Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Little late night money. That says midday money, but you know what it is. Let's look at headlines. NFL Week 16. Welcome on into the show, everybody. Newer people. I know we have some new people. Not a huge lot of downloads yet, although I have to say this is the first look headline that will be featured on the Believe, and that means Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, Twitter, iHeartRadio, wherever your favorite podcasts are found. The Midday Money Show is there now. Woohoo! And late look headlines will be there. Late night money. Someone keep me posted. I know it's we're approaching halftime, but you know how we do here. We jump right into the chat, and not the chat, but we jump right into the lines for NFL Week 16. And I got to tell you, I started out a little slow. I was looking at some of these lines, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like some of these games. And, then all of a sudden I had 4 games. Then I had 6. Then I had 7, 10. Now I'm up to a 13 spot for this weekend here. Merry Christmas indeed, baby. Although it was a little grinchy today. Again, 4-4 again this week. Back-to-back 4-4s for me. And listen, still, 64%. But obviously, you want to go undefeated every day. Let's start here. Jaguar action at the Jets. It's a 2, and I'm going to pull up live numbers for this as well. So we have everything covered here. Let me push this up a little bit. Okay, here we go. I have live numbers in front of me. Hopefully this screen doesn't freeze. This was a 2. I'm seeing pick'ems and 1s in the spot. I like the Jags here. I also like the under 42. It's a 40. I'm seeing 40s now. This number has moved, and I already had the Jags and the Jets. Excuse me, Jags in the under this Jet game. Again, it's moved a bit, and we said today during midday money, if you like the Jaguars, take them, right? Because they beat Dallas. They played Dallas close. And then this line's going to come down. And I had the Cowboys at a bad number, 6.5 today. I had the Lions at a good number, +3. And we had under Lions there. So my thinking to this was I'm going to take the Jags because if they do win, I thought Detroit was going to win. This line would come down. And it has. It has moved. Now, it is Christmas Eve. Saturday. Sunday is a Christmas Day. There's only 3 games. So these are all Saturday Christmas Eve games. I wrote Christmas Eve here, but I'll mention it over and over again. People might not know. That is a short week for basically everybody, except for the teams that played on Saturday and Thursday, obviously. It's Christmas Eve. A lot of games on Christmas Eve. Giants and the Vikings. Giants going in again here. I shouldn't say they're going in again. They had a nice defensive touchdown there. But let's see, 4.5. I initially was thinking about taking Minnesota here. I was like, wow, 4.5. The Vikings, as much as we think they're a fake 10-win team, we have the Giants, haven't looked well. Do you think? I don't know. You think I watched a little bit of the first half. At one point, they just had their third. What's his name? Jones had 3 completions at one point. He threw past Saquon Barkley or whatever. So obviously they're moving the ball on this drive here to end the half. Do you want to take them on the road? Is it a flat spot for Minnesota? They're wrapped up in a division. Giants looking to maintain a wild card spot. Take the 4.5. Grab it now because the Giants win this. That number is going to come down. We have. Let me pull up the standings real fast here. So Giants will move up to a win here. Either one team's going to be 8-5, and you're sitting in sole third place here because Dallas is 10 wins, They'll have 8 wins. Detroit has 7 wins. Seattle has 7 wins. It's a driver's spot game for them. And where Minnesota's locked in. They're not going anywhere. They're going to probably be the 2 seed after Philly. Barring a miracle. The Dallas runs the table and Philly loses every game. That'll flip-flop. But for intention purposes, Minnie is the 2 seed because they lost to both Dallas and Philly. So is Minnesota a flat spot? You want to take the Giants here? I'll recommend it. I'd say take the Giants now if you want a little plus money with the Giants. Only going to come down. Only going to come down. Christmas Eve again. Early action. Saints and the Browns. I grabbed the Browns here at 3. Just now, I know it's Dalton, Winston, who's ever quarterback, and I say this knowing that Dalton has been the Saints QB basically the entire season, right? I mean, Winston had that horrendous game, and they're like, "Well, take it easy. You're out. Here comes Andy Dalton." Sometimes they put a little hill in there for a little thrill, and he played for Cincy. The guy's no stranger to elements, but I just don't like dome teams outside in December, especially in Cleveland, where we saw some lake effect snow in Buffalo. You could probably get that in Cleveland. It happens. And the Browns, did I get a lucky cover on Saturday with them? Possibly. A lot of missed field goals there. But give me the Browns here at home. Give me the Browns -3. 21-18 versus a rookie. Does that matter to me? They play little defense. The total in this was 39. And I'm like, that is something I like to bet. And it has sunk to a 35 in like 2 hours. Unbelievable. Unbelievable there. So value's gone on that one, even though, I'm happy at my 39 there, obviously. Next up, another early game here. Lions. I bet them. I got Detroit 2.5. 44.5 here against the Panthers. I had the Panthers today thinking, you know what, Pittsburgh off a battle. Carolina's fighting, right? They're playing good under their intern coach Wilkes. I'll take them at home here. I had them at a +2 dog and ended up flipping. Didn't make a difference. So for me, I'm going to take the Lions. They're still alive. They got them, the Bears, Green Bay. All teams are losing records. Do they win 10 games? What an amazing run that would be for them. Detroit Landing would be happy for sure. But I'll lay the 2.5 here. Panthers at this point maybe think, you know what? We tried. We were there. We were almost there for a crappy division. And even honestly, they're in second place here. They're tied. Like them, the Saints and Atlanta are all 5-9, and Tampa's sitting at 6-8. And does Tampa have I guess they have an easy game up next. They're in Arizona. I don't know. Is that an easy game? We're just saying, sure, they should go in there and beat Arizona. I don't know if I could come say that. Yes, Arizona just lost to Denver 24-15 on the road with Brett Rippon QBing. Trace McSorley comes in that game. But again, for this Panther game, yeah, you're in second place with everybody else. I'm taking the Lions. I'm taking the Lions here. Next Saturday, Christmas Eve game. Saturday, new people coming to the chat. It's Saturday. I know I'll repeat myself, and I apologize for those who watched from the beginning and the replay. And now, again, it'll be on Believe, so you get this all week. You'll hear some of my plays early. Bengals and the Patriots. What do you say about the Patriots today, folks, huh? Here I am in the chat midday morning like, I can't bet the Raiders. At least I got Belichick, smart head coach on the other sideline. Obviously, he's not the one doing laterals and throwing cross field with no time left, throwing backwards 25 yards. The funny thing is Chandler Jones, right, he picked that off and ran into the end zone. That's the guy who missed the tackle in the first place. Unbelievable. Give me Cincy here. Cincy and the under. 3 and a 43. And as of this moment at 9:38, this line is now a 4 and a 39 I'm seeing here. It's come 39 and a half. Hold on. I do see a couple 40s out there. I do see some 40s. So it's again, I got Cincy F3 here. I thought I took this under. I do got under 42. And it was 43 when I posted this. Oh. Bills 10. I almost took the Bears here. We got a couple other double-digit guys. I'll grab the under 45 and a half. That's for sure. I mean, Fields, are they going to keep running? I mean, the kid got banged up. Why are you running them out at this point? Why are you going to run out your franchise quarterback? We've seen the excitement. We've seen he can make some plays. You're 3-11. Don't run him out there against the Bills. And I really don't want to bet the Bills. The Bills are a team that is playing like, let's just get to the playoffs and then we'll flip the switch, I guess, to turn on. I've lost with them last couple weeks. They are, to me, I don't want to lay anything with them, even against a bad Bears team. This will be an underplay for me here, 45 and a half. Texans, is this game at the half yet? Almost at the half. All right, well, we're firing through these. We'll get to the 4 o'clock games. I'll go to the chat. I see the comment numbers are lighting up here, so I'll get to that in a second. I grabbed the Texans at 8.5. Actually, I got them at 9. And then it was, I guess that's a fluky offshore 9, but I'll take it. Tennessee, I don't want to say they're done. You hate saying things like that, like, but they've just looked so lackluster. I mean, just Jaguar, and I had them against the Jaguars. I thought they'd win 36-22. Nothing after getting beat down by the Eagles. 17-22 versus the Jags, and you scored late there to crack the 20-point barrier. 10-16. You had the big night in Green Bay. Again, Green Bay. Are we really running it back Green Bay? 17 at Denver. 17 against KC. 17 Texans. 19 Colts. I'm going to lay 9, 8.5 against Houston, who are taking teams to overtime. Listen, this is a spot. Obviously, Kansas City is going to. I like the under. Loser for me there. Dallas game could have been a win. Cleveland, a couple bad plays. We're bringing in a new quarterback there. I'm going to get a fight out of Houston. I'm getting 14-17 out of these guys. Maybe even 20 the way they've been playing the last couple weeks. Am I getting 30 plus? The way Texans have played the last 2 weeks, I know I should get a 20 spot. That's what I'm assuming here. And again, you assume you make an ass out of you and me. I get it. I know the whole thing. Give me the Texans here. Even at 17-7, I'll be alive here with some kind of the Texans, the Titans rather. Where's the explosiveness to be laying this kind of number? Texans having fun right now. They're trying to win. They got guys. Again, this is a squad. 1 win. Who knows? Lovey's back. Coaching change. GM. Who knows what could happen? As a player, you're going to want to come in here and fight, and they have been fighting. Results aren't there, but you know what? If this was I say real 1-12 team, a team that's getting run out of 40-4, 40-4, 40-10, 30-10, like just looking terrible. They're still fighting these last 2 weeks. Give me the points. Give me the points here. Seattle. I grabbed Seattle. Kansas City. Again, I'm getting points with Seattle, who's looked terrible. Right? We had the Niners last week. Everybody was like, "Oh, we're taking Seattle." I said it in the Midday Money Show Thursday. mentioned the Twitter. Everybody's like, "Oh, Seattle. This is why you take Seattle, Seattle, Seattle." And I had them the week before against Carolina. I thought, okay, sandwich spot. I understand they need wins. You really need a win here. And again, I'm getting 10. I will happily take. And it's 9.5. But we've said this before. I've said it before because it's me talking here. I look at these numbers where I need double digits. I'm just pulling up the schedule here. I'm looking at the other computer. We have now it's still division rival. You have Denver on deck, and then the Raiders. This could be a spot for them where it's like, they am I thinking? And I like Andy Reid. I know Mahomes at home. They win. They're not a covering machine. Give me Seattle. Running back looks healthy. I got a decent coach. I got a quarterback he's at a little crossroads, I guess. He started out really hot. Teams lost a few in a row. Is he a backup? Is he a guy who could start around? I don't know. But at 9.5 points, we're taking Seattle. One more. I know we just hit the half. Falcons and Baltimore. As I said, I got 13 games. Nah. I mean, 6.5, 41. Let's see if this one's moved since I posted it. I'm seeing, no, I see a 40, 40.5. So maybe it's come down a bit. Even when I wrote these lines down on the openers, this was a 6.5. So zero movement there. You have backup quarterbacks. You got a rookie on one side, and we have a second stringer on the other side. A little better defense. I like to take I see my 6.5s, my 2.5s, and I lean toward the dog, right? I think everyone's first assumption is, well, they just got to win by a touchdown, just got to win by a field goal. That's 7.5s. I like favorites there, right? Everybody's think that extra points will come down to 7. You get that extra half point. In this spot, though, I mean, I got a coaching edge, scheming against a rookie, and granted, it was a road start in the dome. Now he's outside. Baltimore, December. I'm going to have to lean Ravens here, believe it or not. Not saying this is going to be a play because I got a bunch of them already. I like the card. This past week, not a lot. I didn't really love the card. This week, I love it. I love it. All right, we're good. Let's real fast before I get to the comments and the 4 o'clock stuff. Let me see. So it's 14-3 here at the half. 10 minutes to kick off. 12 minutes. I'm seeing Washington 4 and 20s. I do see 119.5 at DraftKings, but basically 20s across the board. I got 20.5 offshore at Chris, but everywhere else I'm seeing 20. So 4 and 20. Call it that. I like the Commanders coming into today. I liked Washington. Did not bet them. Now we're laying 4 here, so we need a big second half here if we think Washington. Are we shutting them out? Is this game ending 17-14, 24-17? You want to look towards the over here. If you like Washington, I think you got to like the over. They've moved the ball, haven't been able to put any points up on the board. The Giants, they got a defensive touchdown from the 2-yard line. They moved the ball one drive. I don't know. I'm not a huge in-game kind of guy like this. Again, 20 points. You think we get 3 touchdowns second half? Who get through? Did we just miss them? You guys watching the game? Have we just missed a couple that could have maybe helped you over here in this game? I'm a guy. Newer folks listening, newer folks watching. I'm not gonna come in here and tell you take something. I'm not betting. I got no feel in this game. I mean, who cares? Don't gotta bet it. We don't have to bet it. I say this every show. Every show. Let's hit the comments here. Desmond with the Raiders. Never in doubt. Raiders cover that. Easy money. Why didn't we call games? Should be called stealing when it's that easy when you have the Raiders. Let's go ahead. Next week's games look good. Yeah, listen. Markel, I started out slow next week. I'm like, when I wrote them down on Thursday, Friday, I'm like, nothing really is jumping at me right now. I circled, believe it or not, I circled, this is what I had circled coming in. I was like, I had a question mark next to Jags. I'm like, Falcons maybe, like depending on how they looked. I was thinking the Panthers because I thought the Panthers were going to win today. I was going to be high on the Panthers as a little home dog there. Browns. I like Washington at 6.5. We'll talk about that in a minute. A couple Christmas games. Now I'm all in. I'm in a 13 pack. We got a baker's dozen going. Tyreek Raiders. What a win for the Raiders. Robert, you're welcome. I appreciate you watching. Don't appreciate me. I like that people come in and watch a show. Without the comments, especially in the midday show. It's it's not what it's all about. But hopefully get some more people in the everyday since we're on Believe. Maybe we catch some more everyday people. No, listen, I appreciate the listen on the replays and stuff. I'll probably go over to 42. What game are we talking about? Whoa. You can't just throw this out. Desmond, I'm coming in way after the fact here. So I have no idea what games we're talking about here. We got these up here, like over 42. Sure. Okay. I don't know. Jets. All right. We're talking about Jets Jaguars early game. So let me tell you, as I mentioned, this Jet game is no longer a 42. It is down to a 40 or a 39.5. So, yeah, I had on one spot, I had a 42.5 and a 42. It's down to a 40 or a 39.5. I mean, I guess you got to love the over 49. If you're going over to 42, you got to love going over 39 then. Jets offense, little difficult to watch. 440 Jaguars +2 under on a 2-pick parlay. Yeah, a 2-team parlay. 440 to win 400 on Jacksonville. Cleveland for Saturday. Chilly, sunny skies. All right. Look like a team total over for the Lions against Carolina. Locking in with the King in the house. Panthers +2.5, 770 for 700. I know I could do math, Desmond. I know 770 for the $7. I like that's old school. $10 flats on a honey. Not like nowadays. You see this minus 15s on these things. Ridiculous. Desmond's like the Bears cashed today. Yes, they did. Again, if you faded Philly and Dallas thinking they're gonna kind of be flat for whatever reason, they got rival on deck. You made money today. We're 100% live, baby. We are live. Had a 7-unit play cash under Falcon Saints. Never in doubt that Falcon Saints won this one. The no sweat bets are always nice. Jets didn't get there for me on the money line. No. 112-1 Houston. I like them this week anyway. Under the 48.5. That didn't get there today against Kansas City. Ravens win 21-13, he says. That seems about right. I mean, the problem, are the Ravens going to score 20 points? A reason why I kind of like the Ravens here, again, I don't like laying 6.5, because I just think, they just got to win by 7. And every person who's never bet a game in their life or new to betting thinks that way. I just think off of a bad performance, and I'm calling it bad because Justin Tucker's missing a bunch of crap, and that's a tough loss. With this coach, I just think they're going to rally back. And the Falcons are, as I mentioned with Carolina and the Saints, they're all in second place. Everything's possible for them to get back in this one, to win the division. That being said, they went to a rookie. He's on the road, outdoors, from the dome. Just those kind of things. Stupid. Maybe. I just don't like it. I'll side with the Ravens here. Probably going to bet the Ravens. Why not make it a 14-pack? Getting down half unit live over 37.5. All right, we got 17. You think you get 20 in the second half? I don't know. I'm not betting it. I'm not betting that one. Shannon's in the house. Good evening. Just got home, so score what happened. I really like the Commanders tonight. Yeah, I thought Washington would win. Right, and this is a game. They tied last time they played, right? It's a 2020 tie. And now they come in as a 4.5-point fave. Well, listen, we saw Tampa Bay jump out to a little lead and they lose by 10. So anything's possible. You don't know. Washington still come back. I'm hoping for a comeback here. Cowboys and Eagles 51. I don't think it's going to get up and down. We'll talk about that game in a minute. No sweat winners. The no sweat bets. Always nice. Always nice. Let's get to 4 o'clock action. If I could slide my mouse down here. Here we go. Washington and San Francisco. I want to take the Commanders here in 6.5, believe it or not. I want to take them. I had them circled here. I said I had a couple games circled 4 o'clock. Here we go. It's a 6.5, 41.5. I want to lean. I want to lean on the commies. Especially, I think we might get a 7 here. If they play as pitiful as they looked in the first half, we might get a little better number here. Might get a little bit of a better number. So I'm leaning there. Here we go. Next up. Game of the week. I know they have that stupid, it's Raiders, Pittsburgh, it's the Immaculate Reception reunion, 50 years. Really? How don't you have these two guys on prime time? I like Dallas on the over. Dallas off a loss. Looked bad the last 2 weeks. Should have lost to the Texans, right? Dallas is bad. Here come the choke artists. Dax looks terrible the last couple weeks. We got Micah Parsons saying Hurts is a game manager. He's overrated. I think we're going to see points. I think the defenses are going to generate points. I think we get turnovers. I think we get points. Let's go. Give me Dallas in the over here. It's a pick 'em of 50. Again, this was only like 2 hours ago. I'm seeing Dallas at a 1.5 now. And I see some 51s. I do see some 51s. Still, I would go. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a game in a 60. I think we'll see some 30-point outbursts here. Your Saturday night. Get ready for Santa to deliver. You're going to be, for me, Christmas Eve, and I'll be here Christmas Eve. I'll do my midday my show. I don't care. Yeah, I got family. My brother's flying down Friday with his girls. So it's Saturday night. The kids are going to be a little anxious. You just watched Dallas win a wild one, 38-35, to cash a nice 9-4 day of bets. And then you got nothing on this sack of crap. Let's be honest. Raiders should win this one by 10. Offense is looking pretty good. I want to say you're playing the Patriots, old coach versus, or the legend versus the new guy because McDaniel's on the staff. And I kind of like the Patriots there. I said, I'll take the points there. Getting a little bit. Here, though, again, Pittsburgh, it's just the Raiders are a team I don't like betting on. Not one bit, especially as a favorite. We're getting a point. Actually, I'm seeing some 2.5s out here right now. I see 2.5s. 2.5s and a 40.5. So this line has gone to Pittsburgh 2.5, and it's ticked down a notch. I don't know. I guess Steelers. It's tough. This is a tough one for me. As I mentioned, Raiders, talent-wise, we're not even close on offense. I mean, Carr's an excellent quarterback. But they just find some ways to shoot themselves. In the foot, I should say. Okay, talk about these players now, you start shooting. It could be about anything. All right, next up, we'll go to the comments before we get to Christmas Day. Commies traveling cross country. Yes. Short week, right? I mean, it's short week for everybody. But you're playing the Sunday night game, especially when you're looking like Trashola. No one's going to want to bet them. 49ers for $2,000, he says. Desmond, he's partying up. Look at him. He's ready to fire away on San Francisco. Definitely lean in. Dallas-Philly game over. Yeah, I like the over there. I took Commies $3 money line. How many second half comebacks have we seen this week? Yeah. I like Shannon. There you go. I like it. Christmas Eve, my lady's mom's house. Food galore. And sports we won't get asked for. Yes. So we're having Christmas Eve here. I got the big giant buffet table out, seats 12. I got a little table for the kids. I mean, they're not kids. My son's almost as big as me now. He's 15. He's a gorilla. My daughter will probably steal my brother's girls. And I got my brother-in-law, his wife, and their little guy will come by. And my wife's father is flying in on Tuesday with his new wife. So we'll have a full house here. I think we're doing probably some filet mignon. I don't know what. I think my wife's going to do sausage and meatballs, or maybe sausage and peppers. Maybe do some chicken franchise. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I know Christmas Day. I'm getting food flown in from Jersey on Christmas Eve for Christmas Day. Taking some commies plus 320. Worth a shot, AP Indy. Follow Shannon's lead. Take it. Got a little bit better than her $3. 320 though. Lock it in with the king. Markel likes your pick. Brian Dable seems like the truth. Yeah, Dabo's a good coach. I'm not saying he's I like the hire for the Giants. I mean, you got to be excited if you're a Giant fan. You got a good coach. You got some players. Let's see what he can do. Giants by 7.5 right now. They were out tonight. You think it's a no doubt route for the G-men? No doubt route. Now let's get to Christmas Day here. So you're up. The kids have you up at 4:35 in the morning. You got to wait till 1 o'clock for Packers Miami. Give me the Dolphins here. I'm done with my Green Bay. I know. How do I put this kindly about Rodgers? I mean, he's not Matt Ryan-esque right now, but this team is bad. It's not a good team. It's not good. They're 5-8. Miami showed me some heart. I thought they'd lose by 10 in Buffalo. Again, I also thought that game would probably be like, 26-14 or something along those lines. I wasn't expecting a wild game like that either. And snow or no snow, I thought it wouldn't get to that. The Miami offense, pretty solid. Green Bay defense, I'm not buying it. And I'm not a Miami guy. You hear me talk about Tua. I think the guy shouldn't be playing this year. Sometimes I just, but I'll take Miami here at home against Green Bay. 3.5. You know what I think about those 3.5s. They're begging you. It's Aaron Rodgers at 3.5. You know what? Check that, because I'm looking at the board now. I'm seeing anything from 4.5 up to a 5 right now on Miami. Unbelievable. Total 46.5 now. So that's come down, but everything's gone up. I guess because we don't think Green Bay is going to score. Makes perfect sense to me. I don't like Green Bay. Talk about a lump of coal in your stocking. Broncos and Rams. 1-35.5. Has this moved? No, nothing. 1-35.5. Why? I'm sure at the beginning of the year, it's Russell Wilson, baby. It's Denver. We're going to the Super Bowl, right? The hype on Russell Wilson. How many times did they put these guys on national TV? Holy cow. I'll tell you what. If Russ is back for this game, I would lean to the Broncos. I know the Rams are familiar with him from their Seattle days. This Rams team, though, I cannot. I mean, I know Denver's bad. 35.5. What is this, 1986 NFL football? 3 yards in a cloud of dust? Oh, stay away. Stay away. And here's another garbage game. It's Kyler and Brady, MVP, future MVP. 3-42. I like Arizona here. I know Colt looked bad. McSorley came in this game. Here we go. I'm seeing there. Who's got a 5 up? There's a 5 out here for this game. Basically, I see 4s. I will. Arizona. If I'm getting 4 or 5, I will gladly take Arizona 4 or 5. Brady's due. Don't. It's okay. Keep betting Tampa, folks. Yay, Tampa Bay. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And we're going to hit the comments. And we're out here for Monday Night Football. Michael. Samuel can say spot at the table. You're more than welcome to come by. You in Big Texas? Yeah. Anyways, Texas. Where's my guy Richie P? Richie P's in Texas. He could come by. No doubt route. Those are the best. Probably just have Marie Callender's pies. Here we go to Marie Callender's. I thought I didn't know they were a restaurant, Desmond, right? We're talking about this. Am I drinking on Christmas Eve? I'm not a big drinker though, King D. Not a big drinker. I mean, I'm boisterous as it is. Beautiful weather forecast in Miami. Bet that over. Yeah, because Miami could do it themselves. Right? We've seen them. They've seen them score some points. You got two wide receivers can break it open any time. I mean, they can get 35 themselves. Hit the like button. You're not hitting the like button. Come on. It's the big llama. Broncos country. Let's ride. I mean, those they're so funny. Brady Bunch versus Cardinal Christmas. I know. What is that? Oy, oy. How could you bet the chokers? That's exactly why you bet them, Dave. But is it a choke when a guy throws a pick? I mean, it's a, and this is for any team. And I'll say this for any quarterback. It looks bad. The guy, you throw it, he's getting it. It bounces off of him into the air, picked off. Those are bad. Come on. That shouldn't. It's an interception. I get it. That's more of like an incomplete. I feel bad. I mean, how's it a choke when the guy takes it to the house? That's not a choke. I mean, they're in a spot. It's a letdown spot. This is, and I saw like, rigged. It's rigged. It's on Twitter. I don't know how old you are, Dave. How long you've been betting sports and stuff like that. Dude, this kind of stuff. This is how I look at games. Like you Dallas versus Texans laying double digits. Kansas City laying double. You can't do that. That is not. Could it win one game? Yes. You want to bet long term. That is not a moneymaker. There are flat spots. Whatever. People might not say, "Oh, it's not a flat spot. They're professional." It's just a bad spot. Teams traveling. It's a bad spot. And it's just that simple. And I don't. Okay. Bad spot games today. Do we got to go through the bad spot card today? Let's go let's see the bad spots today for this week. We'll start. Who's the first one up here? Let's say the Buffalo game. I like Buffalo. Bad spot Miami. Third straight road game. Short week. Revenge spot for Buffalo. Miami got it done. So that's one to the other side. San Fran, Seattle. Terrible spot for San Fran. Rookie quarterback. First game on the road. Seattle's in a revenge spot. What happened here? San Fran gets it done. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Cincinnati. I'm going to say that was a spot where take Tampa Bay. Cincy off of a big win. It's Tampa Bay. Loser. Dallas, the flat spot. Philly, bolted and covered air spots. Kansas City, is that, going OT? Is that a choke? Or is that just a bad spot for them? Where's their motivation? They just want to get out of there with a win. Get out of there healthy. Come on. It's not as much as a choke as just it was a pick six. Miami team total going over. Write it down. I'm going to write. You're going to write it down. Okay. I thought you wanted me to bust the pen out. Use a model. I don't have a model, Maurice. I just have a long time betting. I'm not one I'm going to throw out like, there's shows, right? There's a lot of people who do shows like this. And baseball season, you'll hear guys going like, "Oh, well, this guy's got a spin radius and hit contact and this, and NFL year DVOA and the defense of this." Listen, that's all fine and dandy. That's all fine, dude. I write the numbers down. I have a number what I think it should be, and then we're weighing the things. As I mentioned, Miami three road games. I don't care who. I don't care what team it is. I don't care if Miami was playing the Texans. I'm taking the Texans in that spot. There's just I'm not a today's handicapping. I shouldn't say it's not a model. It's my thing, my lunacy, I guess, over 30 years of wackerness of betting. But nothing like you hear other people talk and they, have some kind of I don't know, normal like a normal way to attack it with their data. I mean, my data's just and there's nothing. I just have from something from like 2012 or 2017. It's just totally different. I can't. Is it part of? Do I think of that? Yeah, you can't. I'm gonna say no to my model. It's not a model. It's just more of a way of thinking, I guess. Although I do have a number I think a game should be lined at. Having and this is how it starts. And this took a long time. Again, I've been on sites 17 years, betting since 1990. You know, for a long time. You and you write down a number you think the game should be. All right, write down what you think the line should be in your head, and then you get their line. And then this is a hard thing. People just want to jump into betting. I'm gonna bet this game. I like it. Follow, you got to have a little discipline. Follow your number. See what the other number is. See how the games come out. Wait a week. Wait 2 weeks. It's not something you just do overnight. It's always changing. That's why I don't say it's really a model. I mean, I guess it is. That's a big word for me. Use it as like a model. There's again, I don't like talk about how other guys do their thing. There's a lot of guys more successful, man, more money than me. I do their thing. That's fine. That's not what I do. Mike's hard eliminate a little Henny, the little hen dog. Seattle. Oh my goodness, folks, we got to tell Maurice here. You can't throw Lock out here like that. Come on, my guy. What are we doing? Lock. Put out as a lock. You're killing me. Hey, the more the merrier. Listen. I got Seattle 10 and Seattle 9.5. I like Seattle. That's a brutal game, he says. Dallas drives down, scores, TD, they cover. They're great. How much one play change it? Yeah. I mean, well, they don't cover for me. I had a 6.5, so I was out of it from the get-go. I got to bet, I bet early, and it hurt me. Not like having, and again with Dallas, they're going to go down. We saw that in the Green Bay game where they lost in overtime. They're going for it. They're scoring 7. Nothing like having a nice wager and drinking a little Henny. They were up tight. I didn't lose a game. I'm 60 Ben since 90s. Dallas does this every year. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'll bring down my sign. I got on this shelf over here. You see my little mini helmets here, but I got a sign to Randy White. I like Dallas. This is who they are. I mean, the coach is crap. The guy's doing 1 Super Bowl when he was in Green Bay with a Hall of Fame quarterback. Forget about Jason Garrett when he was here for however long he was here. This is I understand like the whole choke aspect of it, but like, come on, man. It's a bad, it's tipped ball. What are we gonna do? My problem, and I think any team could say this: your team gets ahead. Hello, Colts fans, and then you just take I'm not playing anymore. What the heck are you doing? Have we not seen this time and time again? And as a Cowboy fan, how many freaking times do I got to see us get burned by we're leading somebody by 10 or whatever, 17. Forget about cover. Just in general, they chuck the ball down the field, pass interference. They score some garbage touchdown. Third and 36 or 3rd and 17. What do? We're running a screenplay, halfback draw. Other teams are chucking again pass interference calls. Where's the creative? Come on. It's just the coach. I mean, if you're a Dallas fan, you suffered with me. It's ridiculous. I mean, from the GM down. Elon covered. Elon covered today? All right. I were talking about that. I think I lost my college hoops today. I even look. Can you read the bottom? Elon, Shannon. I wrote it down. I told you I was going to write it down to go look at it. Kami's on the move. Who were in the chat are booked for a Vegas trip. I got to get to Vegas. I'm definitely going out for Bet Bash again. TD Washington just punches in. Kami score. Let's hit the over. I got one more game to go, and then I got to run out because I got to get my daughter. She's at her friend's house. They're out partying on a Sunday night, these middle schoolers. Chargers Colts to wrap up your Christmas weekend. So after that, Broncos Rams, Tampa Arizona slop fest. We get the Colts off of a 33-0. Right, they're up 33-0. Wow. Oh boy. So this is it's still sitting at 3. I see 47.5 here. So drop the tick. You know how are we not taking the Colts here? How are we not taking the Colts money line? Colts money line, only way to go. That's it. All right, I got to run. I got to go get my my little sweet girl. Although she's getting a little sassy. She's a teenager now. 12, whatever she is. Anyway, all right, everybody. I appreciate everybody watching. Midday Money's live tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern. If you want to pop in there, say hello. King D still shocked. Yeah, crazy Colts. Colts win at home. Yes, we like Colts out right there. Be sure, come on in. Midday Money tomorrow. And again, believe you can find me on all your wherever. Type in Midday Money. I'm going to load this up on Midday Money. Let's do it all week. It'll be called the Look at Line Show. All right, everybody. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.